All right, question 15 is a little bit of a weird looking one. We have kind of like this difference, right? So maybe we're unsure what this thing does. So maybe the first thing we think of is, hey, let's try the divergence test, right? So if I took the limit as n approaches infinity of 1 over 2n plus 1 minus 1 over 2n plus 3, this gives us 0. This also gives us 0. So our nth term is equal to 0. Tells us absolutely nothing. Our divergence test was inconclusive. It failed us. We hate you. So maybe we're stuck because this doesn't look like a geometric sequence. This doesn't look like a P series. So maybe we start writing out some terms. All right, so if I say a sub 1, my first term is going to be 1 over 2, n is 1, right? So 1 over 2 plus 1 is a third. And I'm going to take away 1 over 2 plus 3 minus a fifth. All right, so there's my first term. All right, so my second term, maybe I'll do it like this. My second term, when a sub 2, is going to be 1 over 2 times 2 plus 1. So that's going to be 1 over 5 minus 1 over 2 times 2 plus 3. That's going to be 1/7. So that's my second term. My third term, oh, we might see a little bit of a pattern approaching here, right? So my third term, when n is equal to 3, I get 1 over 2 times 3 plus 1, so 1/7 minus 1 over 2 times 3 plus 3 is 1/9. Huh. So look at what's happening here. All right, so this 1/5 and this 1/5 cancel. This negative 1/7 and that 1/7 are going to cancel, right? This negative 1/9 and the 1/9 and the next one are going to cancel, right? So what we have here is a telescoping series. So then the question is, well, what does this thing approach, right? So we're adding on an infinite number of terms. So this first term, this 1/3, well, that thing's going to live on. But as we go further and further and further and further out, right, there's going to be some really, really far kind of term where we get a 1 over 2n plus 1 minus a 1 over 2n plus 3. This 1 over 2n plus 1 canceled with whatever the previous term is. So if I looked at what the limit of this is going to be, as I think this is really, really large, this thing's approaching 0. So there comes some point in time in which we're basically adding and subtracting zeros, right? So what is this going to converge to? It's going to converge to 1/3. All the heavy lifting is done by that first term. Everything else, in essence, cancels out or is so small that it's insignificant to our sum.